Hi everyone, it's Leonard Duncan here. Welcome to another ATV Talk on the road. We were selected by ATV On Demand to go to the Can-Am 1850 preview in British Columbia, Canada. So join us as we show you what we were doing. On day one, we started with a presentation of the Gen 3 850s and 1000s. After gearing up, we headed out to test the 1000 in multiple different terrains. Our first test was done on a cross-country course with multiple turns, creek crossings, and logs to go over. The cross-country course had a variety of turns with deep ruts, so it was more like what it's going to be like in the real environment when you're out riding your 4x4 sport utility Can-Am, with switchback turns, highs and lows, where the terrain raises and lowers. They even had it cut out into some field area so you could get her wide open and see what she really does and stretch her legs to get into the top speed. There was also a few jumps and other areas to test the braking and turning ability also. There was a really demanding slow section for testing the machine's ability in like work mode for super technical slow terrain. It was a lot of fun, very, very diverse. For the second terrain ride, we went up into the mountains on jeep trails and fire roads to a Scenic Outlook, where we got to test the machine's acceleration on an incline, also got to test the engine braking on the decline. The terrain was very smooth, easy to navigate, very fire roadish, nothing technical, nothing too strenuous for the machine or for the rider. Just a lot of fun where you would go on a family ride to make it scenic, just to feel the acceleration really of the 1000 and the power that it would pull you up the hills with a load or without a load. The reason we were testing it there is because your 4x4 population for this machine, or the people that are going to ride it, are going to take it in this exact environment for camping purposes, for hunting purposes, for just recreational riding. And it was just a great way to give the people that were doing the review an idea of how it was going to perform.
Are you looking for the best suspension technology for your sport ATV? Look no further than Ela Suspension, the industry leader in sport ATV suspension technology. With championship wins in prestigious events such as the Dakar Rally, SCORE, Best in the Desert, ATV MX, Cross Country, and Works, Ela Suspension has established itself as the go-to choice for athletes and enthusiasts alike. But they don't just stop at ATVs. They're constantly expanding into new markets, including UTVs, trucks, SUVs, pit bikes, snowmobiles, and more. Their commitment to innovation and quality means they're always looking to improve and adapt so you can enjoy a smooth ride wherever you go. Want to learn more about what Ela Suspension can do for you? Visit their website at elkasuspension.com or give them a call at 450-655-4855. They will always be happy to answer your questions and help you find the perfect suspension solution for your needs.
For our third ride of the day, we had more of a technical trail ride with overgrown trails, highs and lows, rough terrain, washouts that we had to deal with. We were going, little did I know that we were going to the top of the mountain, the highest point in the park, with the amazing views. The ride up was about 50 minutes in the not rough terrain, but really taxing the machine. You were getting to test every portion of it, from acceleration to suspension. It was giving you a great overview of what this machine was really actually capable of. For me, the funnest portion of the testing was done on the XC track. It challenged me the most. It put me more in the environment that I wanted to be in with the machine. I come from a sport quad background, and it allowed me to ride the machine in that environment and to be aggressive with it and put the power down in the turns and through the bumps. So the XC version of the testing was my funnest part. On day 2, we got to pick a machine for the 850, and we also had 2 different scheduled test rides. Our first test was on the cross-country course. We got to do it backwards. The 850 is a great machine. It's just a little lesser setup than the 1000. The shock package isn't as good. I preferred the 1000, but the 850 is a great entry machine. So make sure you get out there and test it.
How was the difference between riding this backwards?
The course backwards, after we got it, the whoops made one way and the ruts set up one way. It was a little rougher, but we're also dealing with a machine that didn't have the same level of suspension. The shocks weren't quite as good, so it made it a little rougher.
Are you ready to be captivated by one of nature's masterpieces? Discover the breathtaking beauty of Antelope Slot Canyon, a natural wonder in Page, Arizona. Join us on a guided tour and immerse yourself in the mystical light beams, rich colors, and serene landscapes. With tours at prime sunbeam hours, experience photographer's paradise and capture memories that will last a lifetime. Comfortable shoes, a camera, and a smile are all you need for this adventure. Book your journey today at Antelope Slot Canyon Tours and let the canyon enchant you. Please visit us now, antelopeslotcanyon.com, for more details.
Our second test of the 850 was done on the same fire road section that we did on the 1000 the day before, where we rode up to the scenic portion of the trail. It was about a 45-minute total ride, S-turns, acceleration up the hill, down the hill. Great ride, smooth, just a fun, enjoyable ride on this machine, making sure that it will pull you up the hill and make it fun to go out with your family and have a great ride on a 4x4. ATV-TALK was super excited and honored to be selected for this event. We need to thank Joe Tull from ATV On Demand, the BRP team for putting on such an amazing event. Thank you so much. We were super honored. If you're ever in British Columbia and you want to enter into some of these areas, make sure you check with the affiliated companies and get the proper authorization before driving off into the trails. Thank you for joining us on another adventure of ATV-TALK on the road. I'm your host, Leonard Duncan. Please subscribe and share wherever you possibly can. Hey, again, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to share us with your family and friends. The podcast is available on all streaming platforms, and you can find us on social media as ATV-TALK Podcast. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, and Twitter.